And I'm Ann Makovic live in South Lake Tahoe, where that firefight continues right now. In fact, now we're hearing it could be going on for several more weeks. And at this point, the 50,000 people who have been evacuated from this area have no idea when they're going to be able to return home. Taking a look at the progress, though, that firefighters made overnight, they were able to luck out with some lighter winds, and they did gain some ground on this fire. It is now 20% contained. 204,000 acres have burned, and there are a lot of challenges ahead. Here's what CAL FIRE said in their briefing this morning.
Probably one of our major concerns was this Kirkwood Bowl area, where the Kirkwood ski area is. The fire is currently hung up right on the ridge outside of Kirkwood, so that's something we'll be looking at today as one of our priorities. Everything back through Branch 20 continues to be buttoned up. We won't show containment there for a while. We still have a lot of heat.
Nearly 4,000 firefighters are working to contain this fire 24/7, and now they are getting help from more than 1,000 members of the California National Guard. Many of those people are staying at some of the big casino hotels here behind me at the Nevada border, and now evacuees are not able to extend their reservations with, again, no idea when they can return home.
It's a feeling I've never had before.
Janet Stout has been staying at the Hard Rock Casino since being evacuated from her home, but she only booked for 3 nights and cannot extend it, with evacuation orders for her and 50,000 other people still in effect for the Caldor Fire. She, luckily, has a friend she can stay with, but knows many of her neighbors do not.
I can't feel their pain, but I'm so empathetic toward them. I'm going to call my other friend up and say, can I just bring a couple people with me?
This view of Echo Summit shows the fire moving toward some homes on the ridgetop as that red flag warning continues in the fire zone. The nearby Heavenly Village ski resort is quiet and smoky, but safe for now. This is one of many mop-up operations going on around the perimeter of the Caldor Fire. Firefighters spraying water and cutting up some of the dry brush, making sure it doesn't reignite, because they know if a big gust of wind blows through this area, this part of the fire could once again be threatening properties. Those firefighters are now staying at the casino hotels, which aren't taking any more new reservations, so they can take care of the people trying to save the town.
They're exhausted when they get there, but they are, thank you.
And of course, as far as going forward, the weather is going to play a huge role in the control firefighters are able to get over the next 24 hours. That red flag warning is still in effect. We're going to have more on the weather forecast coming up in a couple of minutes, but in the meantime, I'm going to throw it back to you in the studio.
All right, Ann, thank you. We'll check back with you in just a moment.
And this afternoon, we're also getting a closer look at some of the tools firefighters are using to try and protect the Tahoe region. Military aircraft at 18,000 feet above are sending back infrared images to guide crews to hot spots hidden by the thick smoke. And snowmaking machines were running full force last night as fire crews moved in to protect the Heavenly Ski Resort from the fast-moving flames.
And for the most part, crews have been able to keep the fire from the Christmas Valley area near Tahoe. Reporter Rachel Wolf continues our team coverage there.
Yeah, there are some firefighting efforts still in the air over Christmas Valley, but Christmas Valley has been saved. There's just really one place they're focused on right now. CAL FIRE just left. This is what appears to be a controlled back burn around the backside. This is Portal on the backside of Christmas Valley, and you can see the fire up the ridge here. That's going to meet this back burn and hopefully stop it from coming into this area. Here's another fire truck coming down here. About 4,000 firefighters on the ground for the Caldor Fire. They are tired. It's been a long 2 weeks. At this point, there has been no damage in South Lake Tahoe, no damage here in Christmas Valley, Myers area. We do know that there have been about 600 structures that have been destroyed. We know at least one cabin in Echo Lake was destroyed overnight. There's been some outbuildings at Sierra at Tahoe Ski Resort, and we know that Heavenly, they are bracing for potential fire danger there. But again, when we see firefighters here on the ground just checking and monitoring these back burns, it's a good sign. Most of those guys are resting up and heading out into other areas to make sure that they stop the spread of the Caldor Fire. In Christmas Valley, I'm Rachel Wolf, KPIX 5.
And due to the Caldor Fire, state parks in the Tahoe Basin are closed right now. They're working with Cal OES, Cal Fire, and land managers on potentially saving any cultural artifacts in the area.
Back out live now to Ann Makovic at State Line. Ann, tell us about the air quality there.
It is absolutely horrific, Linda and Gianna. The smoke is so thick in the air. Ash is raining down. In fact, I'm wearing the N95 mask. I just drop it in order to talk to you guys so you can understand me. But it is really awful. It burns your throat. And I'm standing here in front of the Harrah's Casino, and I want to give you a picture of how this looked just a few weeks ago. This is the clear view from the casino taken by our producer, Haley, when she was on vacation here. Everything was fine. A stark difference, obviously, from what we see here today. From some angles, you can barely make out the lake from the hazy skies. And we want to go now to our meteorologist, Mary Lee, because she has her eye on the air quality index, which I'm sure is very bad. And also, more importantly, the conditions that firefighters are going to be dealing with here over the next 24 hours. Mary.
And I've been watching the air quality in the Tahoe area, and it is in the hazardous category. And the smoke is so heavy and thick that it's bringing poor visibility. In fact, it's making it very difficult for firefighters trying to attack this fire from the air. And you can see how smoky it is on the Heavenly Ski Resort live camera out there. Hard to make it out actually, because of all of that heavy smoke. And we are not done yet. We're still dealing with some gusty winds and relative humidity values down to the single digits. And that is the reason why that red flag warning remains in effect through 11 tonight for the Caldor Fire, the Tahoe area, under that red flag warning. And looking at those longer range weather models, even for tomorrow as well, even though that red flag warning at this point set to expire at 11 tonight, still looking at some gusty conditions as we look to your Thursday. So watching that very closely for you. Ann, back to you.
All right, certainly hoping that those conditions are going to improve, but we know you'll be on top of it for us. Thanks for that, Mary, and stay with us for all of the latest updates on this incredibly dangerous firefight. You can find that on air on KPIX.com and on all of our social media platforms. There you can find live video reports from Tahoe, up-to-the-date evacuation maps, and the latest news from the firefight. All right, I'm going to throw it back to you in the studio and put my mask back on, Len and Gianna.
Yeah, be safe out there, Ann. Thank you.